Joining us again, I'm Stella Opara. In the high points of the news, Supreme Court upholds Aliyu Fubara Kefa's victory in governorship election. Federal government partners NATI on solid mineral reforms. In business news, Nigeria's power grid collapsed 46 times in 6 years, says IEA. On the foreign scene, French court to rule on controversial immigration bill. And in the weather sport, Williams brothers fire athletic pass Baka into copper semis. Now the news in full. The Supreme Court upheld the election of Governor Ahmed Aliyu of Sokoto State. The Apex Court, in its lead judgment that was delivered by Justice Tijani Abubakar, dismissed an appeal the People's Democratic Party and its candidate, Saidu Umar, filed to challenge the outcome of the governorship election held in the state on March 18, 2023. The court held that it found no reason to set aside the concurrent judgments of the Court of Appeal and the Sokoto State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, which dismissed the appeal that sought to overturn the election victory of Governor Aliyu, who was the candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Dissatisfied with the outcome of the election, Umar and the PDP approached the tribunal, alleging that Aliyu and his deputy, Idris Gobiru, were not eligible to contest the gubernatorial poll. The petitioners contended that Governors Idris and his deputy did not secure the majority of valid votes that were cast at the election to be declared winners by INEC. The appellate court panel held that most of the proof of evidence the petitioners produced in support of their case was legally inadmissible. Not happy with the judgment, the PDP and its candidate went to the Supreme Court, where they also lost the case. In Rivers, the Supreme Court also upheld the election of Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State. The court, in a unanimous decision by a 5-member panel led by Justice Kudirat Kekeriako on Thursday, dismissed as lacking in merit an appeal the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Tony Cole, filed to challenge the outcome of the governorship election that held in the state on March 18. The court held that Cole did not establish that the election was not conducted in compliance with provisions of the Electoral Act 2022. It will be recalled that the APC pulled out from the case against Governor Fubara of the People's Democratic Party, while it was being heard by the Rivers State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal. INEC had declared that Fubara of the PDP polled a total of 302,614 votes to defeat his closest rival, Cole of the APC, who got a total of 95,274 votes. Dissatisfied with the outcome of the poll, Cole approached the tribunal to challenge it. He urged the tribunal to nullify the certificate of return that was issued to Fubara and declare that he was not the bona fide winner of the election. The Supreme Court has, however, upheld the election of Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State. Similarly, the Supreme Court has affirmed Agbo Kefas of the People's Democratic Party as the valid winner of the governorship election that held in Taraba State on March 18, 2023. The Apex Court, in its lead judgment that was delivered by Justice Mohammed Garba, dismissed as incompetent an appeal that was filed by the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, and its governorship candidate in the state, Professor Sani Yahaya. The Apex Court, in a unanimous decision by a 5-member panel, held that the NNPP and its candidate filed an incomplete record of appeal. The appellants had approached the Supreme Court, praying it to set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Abuja, which affirmed Kefa's election victory. The appellate court had, in the judgment it delivered on November 28, 2023, dismissed the appeal by the NNPP and its candidate as lacking in merit. The court held that it found no reason to vacate the verdict of the Taraba State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, which had on September 30, 2023, declared Kefas of the PDP as a bona fide winner of the gubernatorial poll. Not happy with the outcome of the election, the NNPP and its candidate went before the tribunal, alleging that the poll was not validly conducted. The petition was dismissed by Justice J.G.A. Sumono-led three-man tribunal. Now, away from that, the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development is partnering with the Global Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, 80, to drive reforms in the sector. Alake disclosed this while receiving a delegation of 80, led by Dr. Ogbonnaya Orji, the Executive Secretary, Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NETI, in Abuja. Alake expressed federal government's commitment to work with 80 and NETI to advance economic-driven strides in the solid minerals sector. He said the government was determined to reposition the solid minerals sector to boost Nigeria's revenue profile, while also creating job opportunities for the teeming unemployed youths. He said the ministry's improved operations and drive for reforms were premised on its robust engagements with NETI since 2011. He stressed the importance of reliable information and data, good governance, transparency, and accountability needed in driving the sector, which 80 advocated for globally. According to him, the principles are being applied in the plans and policies of President Bola Tinubu to reform the mining sector. The delegation also commended the government for its efforts to operate a transparent and accountable system by establishing the electronic cadastre system. You're watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Biscon TV News. Now to business news. Nigeria's national power grid collapsed 46 times from 2017 to 2023, a report by the International Energy Agency (IEA) said on Wednesday. Nigerians endured more nationwide blackouts in 2023, especially on September 14, when the grid collapsed due to a fire on a major transmission line. The IEA said Nigeria had grappled with recurrent power failures, totaling 46 grid collapses between 2017 and 2023. It was said that Nigeria's grid continued to face issues due to aged infrastructure and vandalism. The deterioration of power infrastructure, it was learnt, increased dependency on backup generators for 40% of electricity consumption in Nigeria. Natural gas accounted for around 75% of electricity generated on the main grid in 2023 and would continue to play an important role in energy supply and grid stabilization for Nigeria's power sector until 2030 and decline by 2050, according to the country's energy transition plan. You're still watching Biscon TV News. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll bring you foreign news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to foreign news. France's highest constitutional authority is on Thursday to issue a keenly awaited verdict on whether an immigration bill adopted under pressure from the far right is in line with its basic law. The bill is a flagship reform of President Emmanuel Macron's second term, but its text, hardened under pressure from the right, caused a revolt among lawmakers from the ruling party. The proposed legislation makes access to family reunification and social benefits tougher, introduces immigration quotas determined by Parliament, and includes measures for dual national convicts being stripped of their French nationality. Trade unions and associations called for fresh protests after tens of thousands of people took to the streets across France at the weekend. In an effort to calm tensions and find a solution, Macron submitted the legislation to the Constitutional Council for review. But he also defended the bill, saying it was needed to reduce illegal immigration and to facilitate the integration of documented arrivals. The bill comes as Macron seeks to curb the rapid rise of the far right, expected to make considerable gains in European elections in June. The Constitutional Council has already registered its displeasure, saying it is not a chamber of appeal against the choices made by Parliament. We're due for another short break. When we come back, we'll bring you sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to the weather sport. Inaki Williams raced back from Africa to face Barcelona in the Copa del Rey and sent Athletic Bilbao into the semi-finals by scoring a crucial goal in their 4-2 extra-time triumph. The Ghana forward played for his country but made it home to help Athletic vanquish the Spanish champions and pile more pressure on their coach Javier Hernandez. Athletic struck inside the first minute through Gorka Guruzeta, but Barcelona turned the game around with goals from Robert Lewandowski and 16-year-old starlet Lamine Yamal. Oyhan Sunset netted early in the second half to take the game to extra time and then teed up substitute Inaki Williams to put the Basques ahead. His brother Nico Williams added the finishing touch late on to complete a superb night for the host and a miserable one for Barca, despite a battling performance. We take a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you entertainment news. Stay tuned.
Baba Tunde ni baba tó lọ tó padà wá ni.
Beef don't start, oh, you guys record your own.
Èmi ṣe é lọ tí mo mọ̀ ó tírín ó dẹ̀ ti sanra o. Máa jókòó lé ẹ lẹ́ni àmọ́ tí mo sanra.
Maro, small thing, ìjẹ́ ó lọ. Ọmọ ẹ náà ni.
Please, can we celebrate these young talents? Yeah, let's celebrate the young talents. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. Thank you very much, our royal fathers. Thank you. You know, while Coco for Tini Connie.
All the contestants, one more time, please. All the contestants, please. All the contestants, please. Meanwhile, Odunlade is in a new movie that is coming out at the end of this month, 200 million. Make sure you go to the cinemas and see it.
Even his own movie is coming out soon. That's The Vendor.
The Vendor, yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sheilo, why you black now? You be shadow near, you be darkness. Lord, if you not think corrupt.
They will be signed under RA Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, please.
Leave it. Don't allow me rap.
No, leave it. Play it. I will support him.
No, I don't want to.
You will start with yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I want to rap now.
Yeah.
These boys challenge me. Megabytes. Oh, Kwamiri. Oh, they fẹ́ try me. Èmi bad gan lyrics mi. Oh, they hot gan. Mi ìfẹ́ máa rap. Kọ́ máa lọ sọ pé ṣe yìí lọ ń ṣọ́ ara ẹ̀ torí lọ́ọ̀ ni. Ó dẹ̀ mọ́ra ẹ̀ gan. Ó ṣáà ti gbọ́ mi. Oh, mi ìfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Ó máa le jù. Torí wípé there are two black men
sitting on the wall.
One named Peter,
one named Paul.
Fly away Peter,
Fly away, Paul.
Come back, Peter.
Come back,
I
Paul.
want to rap. Shit. Make a rap. I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
rap.
rap.
Make a rap. I
You
want to rap.
Don't worry. You
Hey,
will rap.
twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder. Up above the world, so
Like a.
I want to rap. Oh, mother, if you verse me, if I rap,
That is, if you release that bomb,
Hey.
verse 1 go be ooh,
Oh.
verse 2 go be ah.
Let me first apologize sincerely because I know a lot of you are expecting to see the red hat. Adebola had to attend to one of our businesses outside the country and couldn't be here today. He tried very hard to reschedule